Today, we simulate your entire life as a typical American gig delivery driver from your first shift at 19 to your retirement decades later. You are born in a mid-sized city in Ohio in 1995. You grow up in a working-class family. Your dad works in a warehouse, your mom works at a local grocery store. Money is always tight, but you get by. High school is fine, but you never loved studying. You get average grades, and college feels like a trap. Tens of thousands of dollars in student loans for a degree you might not even use. You graduate high school at 18, you work a few retail jobs, but they pay minimum wage, have rigid schedules, and you hate having a boss micromanaging you every minute. Then a friend tells you about DoorDash. He says you can make $20 an hour, work whenever you want, and answer to nobody. It sounds too good to be true. At 19, you sign up. You own a 10-year-old Honda Civic you paid cash for. All you need is a valid driver's license and insurance. You get approved in 3 days. You go online for your first shift on a Friday dinner rush. At first, it feels like the best job you've ever had. You log on whenever you want. If you want to sleep in until noon, you do. If you want to take a random Wednesday off to go to a concert, you do. No one yells at you for being late. No one writes you up for taking a long break. You work 40 to 45 hours a week, mostly during lunch and dinner rushes. You drive around your city, picking up food from restaurants and dropping it off at apartments and houses. But you quickly learn the pay isn't as good as the ads promise. You pay for all your own gas, you pay for oil changes, new tires, brake jobs, and all the extra wear and tear on your car. You have to pay for extra commercial car insurance for delivery work. After all expenses, your actual take-home pay is about $12 to $15 an hour. It's still better than retail, but it's nowhere near the $25 an hour the platform advertises. Still, at 22, you don't worry about it. You're young, you're free, and you don't have many bills. You rent a cheap apartment with a roommate. You pay your phone bill and your car costs. You have enough to go out with friends on weekends. You tell yourself this is just temporary. You'll do this for a year or two, then figure out something better. But the years start to slip by. You tried a few other jobs over the years, warehouse work, construction, a door-to-door sales job, but none of them stuck. You hated the strict schedules, the bosses, the office politics. Delivery was familiar, easy to fall back into. Now you're doing it full-time, 50 to 60 hours a week. You got married at 30. Your wife works front desk at a dentist's office. You have one kid and another on the way. You need more money, so you work longer shifts. You wake up at 9 a.m., drive through lunch rush, take a 20-minute break in your car, then drive through dinner rush. You get home around 9 or 10 p.m. Your body starts to break down. Your back aches from sitting in the car all day. Your knees hurt from getting in and out 50 times a shift. You eat fast food for almost every meal because you never have time for a proper lunch. You gain 30 pounds in 5 years. The pay never really goes up. There are no raises, there are no promotions, there is no career ladder. You can trade more hours for more money, but there's a hard limit. There are only so many hours in a day. Worst of all, you have almost no safety net. Your job doesn't offer health insurance. You buy a cheap plan on the government marketplace, but it has a $6,000 deductible. If you get seriously sick or hurt, you could be in medical debt for years. There's no 401k, no employer retirement match, no paid sick days. If you get the flu and can't drive for a week, you make $0 that week. You start to feel trapped. You can't quit, you have a family to support, but you know you can't drive 10 hours a day when you're 50 or 60. You don't have a college degree, you don't have any professional certifications, all you know how to do is drive. You try not to think about the future too much. In your 40S, things get harder. Your car is 20 years old now, and it breaks down more often. Every repair is a $500 or $1,000 bill that eats into your savings. You can't afford a new car, so you fix the old one and keep going. Your body keeps breaking down too. You have chronic lower back pain, you have high blood pressure from the stress and the bad diet, you can't afford to take time off to go to the doctor properly, so you just live with the pain. Your kids are teenagers now. They need new clothes, school supplies, money for sports and activities. Your wife works more hours to help pay the bills. You still drive 50 plus hours a week. You work every weekend, every holiday. You miss your kids' soccer games and school plays. You don't remember the last time you took a real vacation. You have a little bit of money saved up, but not much. Most of your income goes to rent, food, bills, and car expenses. By your late 40s, you can feel yourself slowing down. You can't pull 12-hour shifts like you used to. You get tired faster. Your back hurts too much to drive more than 8 hours a day. Your income drops. You start worrying about retirement every single day. You know you won't have a pension, you know you won't have a big 401k, you'll have Social Security, but everyone says that's barely enough to survive on. You don't know what you're going to do when you can't drive anymore. You turn 65. You can't do delivery full-time anymore. Your back is bad, your eyesight isn't what it used to be, and you're just too tired to sit in a car all day. You retire from full-time driving, you get a Social Security check every month. It's about $1,800. It's enough to pay your rent and buy groceries if you're very careful. There's no extra money for travel, hobbies, or emergencies. You still pick up 2 or 3 shifts a week during busy dinner rushes just to make a little extra cash. You can't do 10-hour days anymore, but you can do 3 or 4 hours a couple days a week. It helps pay for medicine and car repairs. Your kids are grown up. They have their own lives and their own bills. They help out when they can, but they can't support you full time. You and your wife spend most days at home. You watch TV, you work in the yard, you go for short walks when your back lets you. You worked hard your whole life. You raised a family, you paid your bills, you did the best you could with what you had. For millions of American gig workers, that's what a full lifetime looks like.